Wow, what a weekend of football. Two finals, the Champions League final with Real Madrid versus Liverpool and the Championship playoff final with Aston Villa and Fulham. Major incidents, a red card, and one nation waiting with bated breath for their hero. Let's get into today's video. Hi and welcome again to Arsenal Public TV, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. So what a weekend of football. Mike, talk about drama, sending offs and major injuries. So let me get into the first review, the post-match review, which is the Champions League final with Real Madrid versus Liverpool and a major incident. Let me just get into what the major incident, and actually this morning when I woke up I was just looking through the internet for other news around Arsenal players, and something major popped up that came to light that people have been talking about. Sergio Ramos. Now, I played as a defender in my younger days, and I wouldn't say I went out intentionally to hurt the opposition attacker or centre forward. I did everything in my power, in my skills, to defend the area or the goalkeeper or anything from the attackers. But to say I would go out purposely to injure another player, that's something I would never ever do. I'm going to be very, very critical of Sergio Ramos. And when I saw the incident where Salah fell over, I instantly thought something was wrong. When I looked at the replays, that's something the referee literally doesn't have any advantage to review in the modern game as yet. This guy should have been sent off for that incident where he hooked Mohammed Salah's arm and they fell over, and from what I see now, Mohammed Salah literally dislocated his shoulder. That's why he could not continue. I've never suffered an injury like that, and yeah, I feel very sorry for Mohammed Salah. So the information I saw this morning, where actually Sergio Ramos, he elbowed Kurias in the face. Now I'm thinking, how many assistant referees do you need not to pinpoint and pick out that incident? I know the referee's job is difficult enough, which is why he has two linesmen. And then in the final, you've got the assistants on near enough on the goal line. Why could they not pick it up? Sergio Ramos purposely injured Mohammed Salah. I don't care the backlash I'm going to get on YouTube, but he purposely injured Mohammed Salah. The one major threat that Real Madrid had was Salah, and he took him out. That's one thing I've got out of the way. Now the other thing is Kurias. Now I don't know whether the blood rushed to his head or it's inexperience. It can't be inexperience because this guy plays for a major football team in Liverpool Football Club. But anyway, he rolled out. He tried to throw out the ball quickly, and Benzema stuck out his foot, and they scored the first goal. Lo and behold, it was good literally that they got back. Liverpool got back into the match by Sadio Mane, and they scored. But in finals, you can't give your opposition a free run or gifts, and that's the difference between really a top team and a good team, because you make a mistake, they will punish you. Gareth Bale's wonder goal, golazo as they would say, would have won any major final. So Gareth Bale, oh my goodness. But again, then you get another shot from Gareth Bale that Kurias should have, parried or just saved, and yeah, and he gave them another goal. And I'm thinking, if Mohammed Salah wasn't, if he didn't get injured, how would have things turned out? Sergio Ramos should have been sent off, but that is again the difference. Bad refereeing. His assistants. I don't know what they were doing, but you know what? I guess you got to say, congratulations to Real Madrid, because now they've won 3 consecutive Champions League finals. And yeah, there's talks about, Ronaldo, putting it out there that he might be leaving, so you need to read between the lines. Ah, my goodness. But yeah, now the nation, well, Egypt, I think they need to give Mohamed Salah time to recuperate. I'm not sure really if he has dislocated his shoulder. The thing that was plainly clear, he could not continue, in the final. That was one thing that was really blatantly clear. We've got best part of 4 weeks before the World Cups. I hope this guy does make the World Cup finals, because a lot of players who didn't play in the World Cups. George Best didn't get to play in any World Cup finals, but give this guy time to recuperate, and I hope his nation, that the Egyptians do get to see their star player, that is Mohammed Salah. My heart goes out to him. So that's the review with Real Madrid versus Liverpool, and now we get into the Championship playoff final, which was Aston Villa and Fulham. Oh my goodness, what a match. Stay tuned. Now we're going to talk about the Championship playoff final, was Aston Villa and Fulham. Now, didn't I tell you that Fulham will be back in the Premiership? But you know what? It was a tense final. Even though Tom Kearney scored with the assist from Ryan Sessegnon, I was on the edge of my seat. By and by they got their man sent off. But Aston Villa should have Grealish sent off as well. That should have been a straight red card. However, there are 3 things that I think Fulham need to get right for them to sustain their presence in the Premiership. 1 is to keep the manager of Djokanovic. 2, try and tie Ryan Sessegnon down on a contract. He's ambitious, of course. He's 18 years old. Should he stay with Fulham? Or should he try and go to a major team, like, I don't know, that team in the other team in North London? I'm not even going to mention a name. Or Man City, or Manchester United. I don't know. I think, give Fulham the best part of 1 season, Ryan. Please, stay with Fulham. And just take it from there. And the third thing that's going to be, really dependent on how Fulham do is Mitrovic. I know he was loaned out from Newcastle, and the guy ran himself rugged in the final, and he does say that he wants to stay with Fulham. So those are the 3 major factors which are going to determine how Fulham do in the first Premiership presence next season. So, welcome back to Fulham, yeah. So, John Terry, you can stay in the Championship. Steve Bruce, you can stay in the Championship. If you make it back next season, good luck to you. But you know what? Welcome back, Fulham. So, this has been Arsenal Public TV.